Maya was the kind of girl people noticed only when they wanted someone to ignore. In school, she always sat near the window in the last row. She liked that seat because it felt far from noise and closer to quiet thoughts. Maya did not talk much, not because she had nothing to say, but because every time she spoke, someone laughed. Sometimes they laughed at her voice. Sometimes they laughed at her clothes. Sometimes they laughed for no reason at all. Her skin was darker than most students in her class. Her hair was thick and hard to manage. Her glasses were old and slightly broken on one side. She wore the same shoes every week because her family could not buy new ones. Teachers liked Maya because she was polite and always finished her work. Students did not like her because she was different. At lunch, Maya often ate alone. She opened her lunchbox slowly and ate quietly. She watched other students laugh together and share snacks. She wondered what it felt like to belong. A group of students often sat at the center table. They were loud and confident. They dressed well and spoke without fear. Among them was a girl named Tina. Tina liked attention. She liked being admired. She liked reminding others that she was better. Tina and her friends sometimes looked at Maya and smiled in a way that did not feel kind. They whispered and laughed softly, making sure Maya could hear just enough to feel hurt. One day, during a school event, the teacher asked everyone to dress nicely. Maya wore her best dress. It was simple, but it was clean and carefully ironed. When Maya walked into the classroom, the room became quiet for a moment. Then someone laughed. Another student said something that made others laugh louder. Maya felt her face grow warm. She wanted to disappear. She sat down and stared at her desk until the event ended. That night, Maya cried quietly in her room. Her mother sat beside her and held her hand. Her mother did not say much. She only said one thing. Life does not end in school. Maya did not fully understand those words then, but she remembered them. Years passed. School ended. People moved on. Some students went to college. Some started jobs. Some married early. Maya moved to a small city far away. She studied hard. She worked part-time jobs. She learned to stand on her own. Life was not easy. She was rejected many times. Some people still judged her without knowing her. But Maya did not stop. She learned how to care for herself. She learned how to walk with confidence. She learned how to speak without fear. Most importantly, she learned that her value was not decided by others. Years later, Maya was sitting in her apartment when her phone buzzed. A message notification appeared. It was from a social media group named Class Reunion. She had not thought about school in a long time. She hesitated before opening the message. The message welcomed everyone warmly. It talked about memories. It talked about friendship. It talked about meeting again. At first, Maya smiled slightly. Then she scrolled. She saw familiar names. Names that once made her uncomfortable. Names that once made her feel small. Tina was very active in the group. She shared photos of the venue. She shared messages full of excitement. She wrote things like, "It will be so fun to see how everyone turned out." Another message followed, "Some people probably did not change at all." A few laughing reactions appeared under that message. Maya felt a familiar tightness in her chest. She did not reply. Later that day, Maya received a private message. It was from Tina. The message sounded friendly at first. Tina wrote that everyone missed Maya. She said it would be great to see her. Then came another line. "I am curious to see how you look now." Maya stared at the screen. She knew curiosity was not always innocent. For a moment, old memories returned. The laughter, the whispers, the feeling of being watched. She almost closed the app. Then she remembered her mother's words. Life does not end in school. Maya took a deep breath. She typed a short reply. "I will try to come." She sent the message and put her phone down. For the rest of the day, Maya felt restless. Part of her wanted to cancel. Part of her wanted to hide. But another part of her felt something different. A quiet strength. She looked at herself in the mirror. She saw how much she had changed. Not just on the outside, but inside. She was no longer the girl who cried silently in the last row. She was no longer the girl who waited for permission to exist. The reunion was in 2 weeks. Maya continued her routine. She worked. She exercised. She slept early. She did not talk about the reunion to anyone. At night, she sometimes imagined walking into that room again. She imagined the faces turning. She imagined the silence. She did not know how it would go. But she knew one thing. She would walk in with her head held high. Because this time, she was not going there to prove anything. She was going there because she chose to. And the girl no one chose in school was finally choosing herself. The reunion day arrived quietly. Maya woke up early that morning, even though she did not need to. Her mind was already awake. She stood by the window and looked outside. The city was calm. Cars moved slowly. People walked with purpose. Maya made herself tea and sat at the table. She thought about the girl she used to be. She thought about the years that shaped her. She did not feel angry anymore. She did not feel sad either. She felt ready. The reunion was scheduled for the evening at a large hotel hall. Maya spent the day working and keeping herself busy. She did not rush. She did not panic. In the evening, she prepared carefully. She chose a simple outfit that suited her well. Nothing loud, nothing forced. Her hair was styled neatly. Her posture was straight. Her face looked calm and confident. She looked at herself one last time in the mirror. She did not smile for approval. She smiled because she liked what she saw. At the hotel entrance, music could be heard softly. Lights glowed warmly through the glass doors. Inside, people were already gathering. Laughter filled the hall. Old classmates hugged and shared stories. Tina stood near the center, wearing a bright outfit and a wide smile. She was greeting people loudly. She enjoyed being noticed. Some classmates talked about jobs. Some talked about families. Some talked about success. Then the doors opened again. Maya walked in. For a moment, no one noticed. Then someone turned their head. Then, another. The noise in the room slowly faded. Maya walked calmly across the hall. Her steps were steady. Her face showed no fear. People whispered. Some leaned closer to look again. Some looked confused. A few did not recognize her at all. Tina was laughing at something when she noticed the sudden quiet. She turned around. Her smile froze. She stared at Maya. Her eyes moved from Maya's face to her posture to her calm presence. She blinked twice, unsure of what she was seeing. Someone whispered Tina's name. Another person said softly, "Is that her?" Tina forced a smile and walked forward. "Maya," she said, her voice uncertain. Maya nodded politely. "Hello, Tina." Tina laughed lightly, but it sounded forced. "Wow. You look very different." Maya smiled calmly. Time changes everyone. People gathered around them. Some smiled warmly. Some looked uncomfortable. A few people approached Maya and greeted her kindly. They said it was good to see her. They said she looked confident. Maya thanked them and spoke gently. Her voice was clear. Her words were simple. Tina watched closely. Dinner began soon after. Everyone took their seats at large round tables. Maya sat quietly with a small group of classmates. They talked about life and work, and no one interrupted her, no one laughed at her. Across the room, Tina sat with her friends. She kept glancing toward Maya. Her friends whispered, "She changed a lot. She looks impressive. I did not expect this." Tina smiled tightly. At one point, the host announced that anyone who wanted could share memories. People laughed and clapped. Tina stood up quickly. She held the microphone and smiled confidently. She talked about school days and funny moments. People laughed politely. Then she said something that shifted the air. "It is funny how some people change so much, and some stay hidden for years." A few people glanced toward Maya. Maya felt the eyes on her. She remained calm. The host asked if anyone else wanted to speak. There was a pause. Then Maya stood up. The room went quiet again. Maya did not rush to the microphone. She walked steadily. She held the microphone with ease. "Hello, everyone," she said. Her voice was strong but gentle. "I did not speak much in school," she continued. "Not because I had nothing to say, but because I was still finding my voice." People listened closely. "School was not easy for everyone," she said. Some of us struggled quietly. No one interrupted. But life gives us time to grow, Maya said. It gives us lessons that it gives us strength. She paused. I am grateful for where I am today, she said. And I hope everyone here has found their own peace. She handed the microphone back and returned to her seat. The room filled with applause. It was not loud or dramatic, it was sincere. Tina did not clap at first. Then she slowly joined. The rest of the night continued with conversations and laughter. But something had changed. People approached Maya with respect. They asked about her work. They listened when she spoke. Tina stayed quieter than usual. As the night came to an end, Maya prepared to leave. She felt lighter than she expected. At the door, Tina approached her. Maya, Tina said softly. I did not know you would become like this. Maya looked at her calmly. I became myself, Maya said. She smiled politely and walked out. Outside, the night air felt cool and peaceful. Maya took a deep breath and smiled to herself. The reunion was over. But the story was not finished. Maya walked away from the hotel with slow and steady steps. She did not rush. She did not look back. The night air felt calm against her skin. Streetlights reflected softly on the road. Cars passed by, but her mind felt quiet. For the first time, Maya felt something she had never felt before. Freedom. Not because people admired her. Not because anyone apologized. But because she no longer needed their approval. She returned home that night and placed her keys on the table. She sat on the couch and closed her eyes for a moment. Old memories tried to return. The classroom. The laughter. The loneliness. But those memories felt distant now. They no longer had power over her. The next morning, Maya woke up with ease. She made breakfast and checked her phone. Messages were waiting. Some classmates had sent kind words. They thanked her for speaking honestly. They said they admired her confidence. Maya replied politely to a few and left the rest unread. She did not feel the need to explain herself anymore. Later that day, she received another message. This one was from Tina. The message was short. I am sorry for how I treated you back then. Maya read it once. Then again. She did not feel anger. She did not feel joy. She felt calm. She replied with a simple message. I wish you well. And that was all. Maya returned to her daily life. Her work continued. Her routine stayed the same. But something inside her had shifted. She walked taller. She spoke more freely. She trusted herself. People in her professional world respected her for her skills and discipline. They listened when she spoke. They valued her presence. One afternoon, Maya visited her mother. They sat together in the small living room where Maya once cried after school. Her mother looked at her with gentle eyes. You look peaceful, her mother said. Maya smiled. I am, she replied. Her mother held her hand. I told you once that life does not end in school, she said. Maya nodded. I understand now, Maya said softly. That evening, Maya stood in front of the mirror again. But this time, she did not look for validation. She saw strength. She saw patience. She saw growth. The girl who once felt invisible had become someone who knew her worth. She did not need applause. She did not need revenge. Her success was quiet. Her confidence was real. And the people who once tried to mock her learned something they never expected. The girl they underestimated did not rise with anger. She rose with grace. And that was something no one could take away from her.